Hi, I'm Maxine Warsh. I'm the founder of Maxine Warsh Facial Rejuvenation, and I'd like to tell you how I found cosmetic microcurrent. About 14 years ago, my mother had a very rare disease called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, which is shingles in the inner ear. And after Western medicine did all it could for her, I brought her to Canada, and being an alternative fan, I found that something called microcurrent helped heal diseases like Bell's palsy, and it helped atrophy from strokes. So we got my mom into a technician who was giving people with Bell's palsy treatments. And even though she didn't have that, she had the look from nerve damage. So about her fourth treatment, she was starting to feel better and starting to get results. And the technician said to me, "You know, dear, this would be very good for you." So not understanding, I asked her what she meant. And she said, "Well, this does non-invasive facelifts." Well, I didn't know how I felt about a facelift at the time, but I said, "I don't feel like I need a facelift." She said, "If you start now, you'll never need one." So I thought that I would try it. Prior to trying, I was having a lot of aching in my mouth. It felt like every tooth had a nerve exposed, and the dentist could find nothing wrong. So about my sixth microcurrent treatment, I noticed that the pain in my mouth was gone. So I was very excited. I went home to tell my husband about my experience, and before I could tell him, he looked at me and he said, "Does your technician do men?" And I said, "Why are you asking?" He said, "You look really good." He said, "I want to start." So I said, "And I was just going to tell you that my mouth is better and I want to go into this as a career." So boom, impulsively I decided this is the business I want to be in. Not only could I help people feel and look better, but there was a side of healing that came along as a component that was a side effect. There was no medicine involved here. There was just healing. So I started finding out everything I could about microcurrent, and I was fascinated by this subject. About a year of training later, I started giving people treatments in my home. And I got so busy that I had to go into another address to start giving treatments. And I realized that I was loving this, and people were calling me from all over. They were calling me from the States. They were calling me from outside the Toronto area saying, "Do you know who could teach this treatment to me, how I could give it? I'd like a new career. I'm retiring, or I'm a stay-at-home mom and I'd like a career." So I said, "You know what? I'm going to train you." So I decided to build my own machine that was just for faces. It was safe enough, and the technology was just specifically meant to treat faces and teach people to treat faces. And that's basically what happened. Are you interested in more? Please call me right away so I can explain or answer any of your questions.